It's my joy to talk to you about something that's kind of unusual. I think you'll find it to be genuinely helpful. I've called it betrayal, failure, and dumb choices. and I had to laugh when I trying to describe what I was wanting to talk about, because these are three things that I guarantee you will experience in your journey, either past hurt or present complication, or you got something to look forward to. and what I wanted to do, if it was possible, is to interpret it sort of out of my own journey. I want to make a statement, and you can disagree with it, but here's the statement. Betrayal, failure, and dumb choices are designed, or maybe instrumental, in taking us out of the driver's seat. First thing that happens is when I experience betrayal or personal failure, or the terrible thing about how we, the dumb choices that we made, is a sense of inadequacy, and we turn in on ourselves. And I know how this works, and I've had my share. But if we could see it as instrumental or purposeful, when the failure comes, when the betrayal experience, or when you make a dumb choice, you are experiencing something called humanity. There is no one that is above these three very things that are pressing upon us. I'm up in age now, and my children are discussing who is going to take Dad's keys when he's too old to drive, and they laugh. So each one's assigning it, because they know how complicated I am. You take my keys, there's going to be problems, and so they're all kids, and they're assigning various grandchildren to come and ask Grandpa for his keys. I just loved it. But see, being removed from the driver's seat at certain periods in your life is absolutely necessary. You've got to learn how to embrace these three things, and that's what I wanted. You can't escape them. There's no way you can avoid. You can avoid some of them, but you cannot avoid all three of these and still be human. So here's what we want to work with. If these experiences are deeper than human willpower, is not your willpower and your safety factors and your determination cannot protect you from these three things. So consequently, in order to grow up and not lose your mind or become offended or cynical or bitter, I run into people all the time that betrayal or failure or dumb choices has offended them and absolutely almost destroyed their personality. And so what I'm after is not for you to escape from them, but for you to focus on them as they happen. I think I want to give you a gift, and the gift says, one thing that's worse than failure is to succeed in something that doesn't matter. So failure is designed to give you new direction. It's to take you out of what doesn't matter and focus you on something that really does matter. And you see people change whole careers. You see them move geographically. You see people do, if they can see what failure is doing. A betrayal is very comparable. I think some of the most human pain I've ever experienced has surrounded betrayal. We've never known betrayal in our marriage, but man, we've known enough betrayal in other areas. And what I've learned, maybe I shouldn't say this, but what I've learned is that when someone says, I always will love you, I won't leave you, they're getting ready to leave. So betrayal is a human phenomenon, far more present than anybody knows. And Jesus experienced it. Paul said, everybody forsook me. And I thought, wow. So that we're dealing with something that is ever present, and we must learn how to deal with that. This third one, dumb choices. I don't know anything about that because I've never made any. Oh, how I wish that were true. Honestly, I have made some choices in my life that I cannot absolutely understand why or how I could have done that. And afterwards, if you talk about inadequate, you feel like you want to offer your resignation because the dumb choices is in my own nest. Nobody put that on me. It's something that originated out of my own stupidity, if you will. I can do stupid things without being a stupid person. So if we understand that, then we're moving toward an answer. The answer is not complicated, but it isn't easy. The answer is for us to learn to please someone other than ourselves. If you start your life now, it's just whatever, early, middle, older, if you would start right now making pleasing God the Father to be the center of your life, something happens that gives you stability and makes you unshakable. I've been at this for almost 70 years, and the thing that I wanted was to be stable when everything else shakes. The only way we can do that is to focus on pleasing someone other than myself. That is, God the Father is worthy of our trying to please Him. If I learn or experience the joy of pleasing Him when betrayal, failure, and dumb choices happen, I am now centered on God the Father. Now hear me. And the self-pity is almost minimal. When you yield, self-pity is probably the most dangerous of all human emotions. Because once I turn in on myself, it turns into a sewer. So here's what I'm saying. I want to be clear. I'm saying learn how to please someone other than yourself. Learn to center on pleasing God the Father. And then here's the application. When failure, or betrayal, or failure, or dumb choices are made, I don't focus in on myself and I don't yield to self-pity. What I'm doing now is trying to please God the Father while I'm in the circumstance. So I'm saying to God, please, Lord, don't let me fail you in this crazy circumstance. I'm saying, Father, I want to please you in this betrayal. I am hurt, injured more than anybody, but I want to please you on how I respond to the person that betrayed me, that injured me. And forgive me, but it's almost humorous. The person we're the most hard on is when I myself make a dumb choice. Self-pity starts to wrap around us like a serpent. And I said, Father, I know you are pleased with me irrespective of the dumb decisions. and all of a sudden, the focus that is actually destructive, the destructive focus stops, it turns around and begins to focus on the Father. The betrayal lessens in its pain. I have reason and purpose to work at this betrayal so that I won't be displeasing to God my Father. The same is true in ultimate, consummate failure. And above all, self-hate, self-pity, I said to you, is the most dangerous human emotion. And if you learn to please Father, you will be protected. It's not foolproof. The thing is real, and you learn to work at it. May God the Father meet you in this in a way that's beyond your expectations.